I'm going to be starting my cool flowers, and you might be asking, what are cool flowers? Well, I've done a few different videos on them, but basically they are a group of annuals that can take very cold temperatures, a light frost, even some snow, and you can start them early, and you can plant them out 6 to 8 weeks before your last frost date, which means you need to start them 6 to 8 weeks before that. So that means you're looking at anywhere from 12 plus weeks before your last frost date to start your seeds for the cool flowers. Now, my last frost date is on May 9th, so that is week 19, and we are currently in week 8. So I am in the zone to be starting my cool flowers. So I also have my list here going down through the weeks of what flowers I can start. So what this means is anything that says week 8 or lower that I haven't started already, I will be starting this week. So I'm just gonna zip down the list. My cool flowers, and some of these I will be doing outside in the winter sowing container. So I might not be dropping them in the soil blocks, but they will be going out there. So they are gonna get started for this year. My alyssum, I'm gonna be skipping those. Foxglove if I have some. Geraniums, I already started those. Hollyhocks, larkspur, rose mallow, lupins, malva, poppies. I usually do the poppies out in the winter sowing containers. I think most of these are going to be winter sowing containers. The alyssum, I really want a bunch this year to do my border. And I don't know, they do well winter sowing containers, but I think I'm going to want to start. I might do both. I might do both, some indoors and some out there. I want lots, and I don't want to take up a ton of room in here with them, but I do want lots. Cannas, so I will be starting cannas, and I have a whole video if you want to see how I do that. I have a whole video on starting cannas, how you have to nick the seeds and soak them and all that. Then bells of Ireland, blue plurum, calendula, clarkia, delphiniums, dill. I don't have any of those other ones there. Rudbeckia, snapdragons, status, stalk, strawflower, verbena, and yarrow. So those are all the ones on my flower list that I can start in week 8. The rest don't start until week 11, so I'll have a little bit of a reprieve. And then I will pop onto the back where I have my vegetables. And let's see what veggies can be started up to week 8. So I have peppers and dwarf tomatoes already, tamarillo, loofah. So I'm gonna be starting my loofah in the larger soil blocks. Peas, I should get those soaking. The cardoon, which is a new to me vegetable it's edible and it's also beautiful. So I will be using it as an ornamental and as an edible, and that will be exciting. Kohlrabi, mustard, and kale all say week 9, but I might just start them a week early instead of having to, do just a handful next week when I already have the soil blocks and everything out. And then week 10 is broccoli and lettuce. I've already started my lettuce, and then week 12 starts into tomatoes, which means we're into April by then. So this year has gone really fast. February. So January took forever, and I was really late getting my seeds started because there was a lot going on in January. I just didn't have time yet. And normally I have like a bit of space between when I do like my early first starts and then kind of kick it off with like all of these, and it's like, oh my gosh, I have to do it all at the same time. So it's going to be a very busy week. I don't know how many videos this is going to take to cover getting these all started, but we are going to get started with the cool flowers in one of these soil block trays. So I might do some of the herbs, the veggies, and the cool flowers in the same tray since they kind of have similar needs. They're not going to want it too warm, and they're going to be going out sooner than the rest of the plants. So let's get all my seeds. I'm going to start with these West Coast Seeds straw flowers called Sultane. Okay, so next up I am going to do some bells of Ireland, and they have been cold stratifying in the fridge, so yay. Hopefully that is going to work. So now I'm going to start some feverfew. We're going to go with some summer pastels yarrow. Now I had some I did last year, but they never bloomed, so I'm hoping they bloom this year. All right, and this is the Columbine Giant McKenna Mix. I'm just going to do 5 of those. Or should I do 10? I'm gonna do 5. We'll see how things germinate. If everything comes up, if not, I'll just drop more seeds in those spots. So Malva, let's get some Malva going. Okay, and this is some salvia that I harvested myself. We will not say where, no. It was at the park. It was at the park. It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna go with some euphorbia because it took forever. Like it just didn't really, oh, maybe not. We won't be doing euphorbia this year. I have no seeds in there. Well, that's a bummer. Oh, here's the other yellow yarrow, so we're gonna put these in. Oh, we'll do some Clarkia. Using a little container like this, like I am, be very vigilant about wiping it out after each one, because that's how you can end up with seeds in the wrong spot. Don't ask how I know that. Don't ask me. And now we're going to start some dill. I'm just going to do 5 a dill right now because mine self-seeds like crazy in the backyard. But it's nice to get a head start on it. So I think we're going to just go right into the stalks and the status. So stalks, I loved. But I don't know if I have any seeds left actually. Let's see. Oh my gosh, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we have 4. So I have apple blossom from M.A. Gardner, and then I have the Tetra mixed, and then I have the ones that I saved for mine. So I think I'm gonna do 3 rows of those. We're gonna do it because I love snapdragons so much. Okay, and then my last row we're gonna get started on the status. So I have pastel shades and I have apricot. So I'm probably gonna do 2 rows of pastel shade, 2 rows of the other, and then 1 row of the Scandiosa. So I am just going to come and cover them all with some vermiculite. And it's interesting because most cool flowers need light to germinate. So I know the standard thinking is, oh, you know, you got to cover your seeds. All seeds, you know, prefer to be covered. But actually, a lot of your perennials, and the smaller the seed, the more likely it is to need light to germinate. So normally when you plant your seed, you do it like what, 2 to 3 times the depth. You do it, the depth is like 2 to 3 times the size of the seed. So when they're super tiny, then you just want to keep them on the soil surface. There is one of the cool flowers that needs dark, and I can never remember which one it is, and I will look it up and then I will try and cover that one up as best I can, but I probably have it written down. So I will double check later, but we're going to come in and just give a light dusting of vermiculite, and then the water is very, very, very damp. So I am just going to kind of stick some of these down a little bit that are sticking up. Mist them all and go put them upstairs on the heat mat. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Cool Flowers, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.